Hi, this is a quick video discussing how to close the loop on your CSLO assessment. So once you've had time to analyze your data or have your department meeting about the results of your student learning outcomes and discussed it, then you can document that discussion in TrackDat, and we call that closing the loop. So you would go into TrackDat and you would find your CSLO module. When it takes you into your CSLO module, it takes you to your home page. And I'm going to go ahead and open up. I started with this course right here. You can see I have two CSLOs, two assessment activity details, but one set of results entered, but I do need to close that loop right here. So I will just select the 0. And which one is it? Well, I can see over here that I have two sets of results for this CSLO, and I've got 3 for this one. So this one is probably the one I need. So I'm going to open up this little caret, and there it is, the 4th cycle of assessment, this data I put in before, and now I want to close the loop. So I go over to closing the loop. You can see that right here, and I hit the plus, the green plus. And that will take me to the closing the loop page. So right here it asks for a meeting date. We're not too particular about remembering the exact date that you analyzed your data. So, when did you have your meeting with your department or your the other faculty members teaching the course, or when did you sit down and analyze the data? Then you want to document the discussion that you had or the analysis that you did. You want to list any observations that you made about the students' outcomes and their learning. So some things you may want to think about is, were there a particular group of students that did not succeed? Maybe you have students that are English as a second language, or you have had some students with disabilities, or racial or gender differences about the outcomes. We also want to look at the type of instruction, face-to-face versus online. So here's some ideas in terms of how you can look at your data and see if there's any outliers, and discuss those outliers here. And then if you do observe a trend in your data that needs to be looked at closer, and you need to set some goals to improve the outcomes, then what's your plan to do that? Besides human resources, what is needed to improve student success? So do you need to scaffold assignments? Do you need to have preparatory lesson on basic skills of some kind in order for the students to understand the assignment and be able to perform the assignment better? Is there a particular software that you might need, tutorial software that might be helpful? Maybe setting students up for a peer review process before they submit their assignment. Those are all some ideas that you could maybe think about in terms of a plan. And then this drop down is just a general overview. Put your plan into a particular category. And that's the traditional course. And then if you do have separate face-to-face and then online courses, then you'd want to talk about the plan for improvement as it relates to the different types of instruction method, and then what improvement for the online course, the overall category for this one. And then this one is just really a placeholder. If you identify in your plan that you need some resources in order to make that improvement plan happen, then this is an area where you can add what ARR you might want to enter. It's not actually entering an ARR. You'd have to then take that ARR and add it to the planning module, you'd update your strategies in this, and we usually do this in the spring semester. You'd update your strategies and then put your ARR requests in the spring semester. But this is a placeholder to just document your thoughts in the moment. And then you would want to save and return, and that would save that. And that is closing the loop. I just wanted to show you quickly one other way that you can get in to closing the loop. So if you were going to enter results and close the loop at the same time, for example, then you would just, the CSLO is here, you would add results, and then your results are all, you would add in all the assessment results here, and then you can actually get to closing the loop down here at the bottom if you want to do both steps at the same time. I would just suggest that once you've entered your results, you hit save before you go on to closing the loop. Just make sure that you capture that information in the database. And that is how, a quick overview of how you close the loop. Thank you.